One of the biggest differentiators I saw when playing professionally between some of the best players versus those that were world class were those that are world class have the ability to hit those three-quarter shots and those half shots. And that gives them the ability to control their trajectory a lot better. If you're out there just hitting full shots all the time, you're not gonna be able to hit those shots where you can take it down a notch, be able to control your trajectory, which is vital when you're playing on difficult golf courses. And this is gonna be able to help you regardless of where you are in your golfing journey. You have to be able to hit three-quarter and half shots. It will help you push your game forward and pass through that next level, whatever it might be. And let's touch on why it is so difficult for folks to hit those three-quarter shots. It's mostly because when we make a big, full, long swing, we have a lot of time and we can manipulate the club. So if the club gets out of balance or if it gets off plane, if we make a nice, long, full swing, we have time to manipulate it and get it back in a good position. But if we're taking it back to halfway, if this club's off plane, we don't have any time to fix it. So it has to be on plane. It's binary. So for me, for example, I struggle, as I've talked about in other videos, where I get the club flat halfway back. So there's been periods of my career where I've struggled with these three-quarter and half shots because the club is so off plane here, I don't have time to fix it. Now in my full swing, when I make a nice long swing, I have time to reroute it and get it back in and on plane. So I would just encourage you to really practice a lot of three-quarter shots, practice half shots. And if you're not making good contact, it's because the club's not on plane. It has to be able to hit these well. So I promise you're a good athlete. If you just go out there and start hitting half shots, hitting three-quarter shots, you're gonna have to figure out a way to get the club on plane, and let us know if we can help or go see your PGA Pro to help you get it on plane. But you'll be able to figure it out if you go out there with a bucket of balls, hit some three-quarter shots until you start catching the ball solid. This is a good example. I've got about a 100-yard shot, and I tell everyone that I work with, you're not hitting a full wedge shot. You're not hitting a full shot from 100 yards. No good wedge player does. They always take a little bit longer club, take a little bit off it, because that's gonna bring the ball flight down and help them control their spin a little bit more. So this is a 50-degree wedge from a little more than 100 yards, which some folks might think, oh, that's a lot of club. Like this full for me goes 125 yards. But if I could hit that three-quarter shot, it's gonna bring that ball flight down and help me control that spin. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit it here. And I'm really gonna focus on getting this club on plane halfway back so I can hit this shot.